We're taking a live look at Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Some of those lengthy wait times at airport security checkpoints starting to get better at some airports across the country. Of course, dark and early over at CLT. Now, these changes come as TSA workers finally got their back pay after they went a month without a check during the government shutdown. The president issued an executive order to make it happen. This comes after Democrats offered several clean bills to find everything but ICE for the Department of Homeland Security. Lawmakers are still debating on how to fund DHS. Because of not getting paid, many TSA workers across the country called in sick, and hundreds even quit the job altogether. Thankfully, things seem to be getting better, according to travelers we talked to at Charlotte Douglas.
We just walked right in. Nobody's complaining. Everybody in the whole airport was happy.
Nobody seemed irritated, so I think it must have been working pretty good.
According to FlightAware, there are 8 flight delays this morning and 1 cancellation.